Yes, people, what's happening? Welcome back to the channel and welcome to another daily transfer update. And big up to everyone that's locked in over on Chelsea Fan TV. The dual streams are back running again like they were in the summer for the transfer window. So big up to everyone locked in over on Chelsea Fan TV as well. But as always, guys, make sure you're smashing the likes on the stream, subscribe to the channel if you are new round here. It is greatly appreciated on the road to 8,000 subscribers. If I get there by the end of the window, I will, in all likelihood, do a cheeky little giveaway. We're about 500 away, so I know it's a big ask, but yeah, there'll be a cheeky giveaway at the end of the window if we reach 8,000 subscribers, guys. A big up to everyone that's locked in. As always, packed show, loads to get into. Keep running the likes up, subscribe, all that good stuff. We've got all the latest Chelsea transfer news. Andre Santos set to return to the club this week with Crystal Palace and a host of championship clubs interested in his services. We'll dive into that. All the latest regarding Ben Chilwell and Carney Chukwuemeka returning to first team training and a much needed injury boost for the Blues as well. Dortmund are advancing on a deal for Ian Maatsen. Chelsea want around £30 million, but Dortmund would prefer an initial loan with an obligation. Let's see what happens with that one. We've also got latest on the striker stuff. Ivan Toney and Victor Osimhen, according to Sky Sports News, are deemed difficult to obtain in January. But Chelsea are understood to have watched players like Serhou Guirassy at Stuttgart, Santiago Jimenez at Feyenoord, and Benjamin Sesko at Leipzig, among others. We've got the latest on Conor Gallagher as well, with Mauricio Pochettino waiting on the board's decision on Gallagher. Apparently, there have been pre-contract talks between Gallagher and Chelsea, but there's no concrete offer on the table yet. And in every conversation Poch has with the sporting directors, he mentions Gallagher as important for the team and this season especially. So there is loads and loads to dive into, as always, guys. And there is, let's start with the Ian Maatsen stuff, seeing as Ben Jacobs has literally just posted something on it right now. But big up to everyone in the chat. Hope you're doing well. Hope you've had a good day and all that stuff. I will try and read as many messages as I can. If, of course, you want to guarantee your message gets read out, then please do donate via the super chat function. Any donation is greatly appreciated by myself and obviously by Chelsea Fan TV if you're donating through that fund as well. But yeah, big up everyone. Big yourselves up. Let's dive into the news then. Let's start with Ian Maatsen because Ben Jacobs has just put a thread out now. Obviously, Chelsea took up a club option to extend his contract by a further year just to preserve his value so that he wasn't going to leave on a free at the end of this season. And Ben Jacobs have put this thread out just now. Chelsea open to permanently selling Ian Maatsen, providing they receive a similar package to the £31.5 million deal they accepted from Burnley over the summer. Maatsen didn't want the move, having impressed at Chelsea in pre-season. Dortmund are keen, but asked for an initial loan. Outgoings really important for Chelsea this window. Aim is to not increase and potentially decrease the senior squad size. Need for sales is obviously to help finance a striker or centre-back, but Chelsea conscious they need to manage squad numbers as well. So I think, as we know, this month more than anything is about outgoings as well as incomings. I don't think there's going to be an awful lot of incomings. I think we know what kind of players are going to be on their way out. Your Maatsens, your Chalobahs, hopefully someone like Malang Sarr. I don't think Amanda Broja will be on his way out, but Conor Gallagher maybe, but I don't see that happening either. So yeah, look, it's probably going to be quiet by Chelsea standards. There's been reports by Nazar today saying Chelsea are set for a quiet January, but I don't think that means that nothing's going to happen. I just think in comparison to what we've seen in previous windows with Chelsea, it's probably going to be fairly quiet compared to that. I think it'll be 3 or 4 out the door with maybe 3 max coming in, more likely to be between kind of 1 and 2 coming through the door. But yeah, in terms of Ian Maatsen, look, he obviously had a good pre-season. He's a talented boy, but as I've said before, if we can get in and around that £31.5 million for Ian Maatsen, I think that's a very good deal for Chelsea. Obviously, helps with the books. It's pure profit, as we know, because he's a homegrown player and academy boy. And look, if I'm being brutally honest, I know people, when I said it myself, I'd like to see him get a run at left back. It's clear that the manager doesn't rate him as a left back. We saw that in pre-season where he played further up the pitch. And now he's not getting much of a look in further up the pitch because he's not as good as the attacking options that we've got, which leaves him in a bit of a situation where, if we're being honest with ourselves, he is surplus to requirements at Chelsea. And if we can get sort of between 25 and 30 million pounds for him, I think that's a very good deal for someone that I feel, based on his season at Burnley, has been slightly overrated. Again, a very good season playing at wing back at Burnley, got in the Championship team of the season, fantastic. But I think people vastly underestimated how different it is playing week in, week out for Burnley in the Championship to go and trying to make a name for yourself at Chelsea. And I just don't think it's quite happened for him. I just don't think it's quite happened for him. I personally don't think he's good enough. Others may disagree on that one, but I think it's clear that, Ian Maatsen doesn't have a future at Chelsea. And for someone that's got, 18 months left on his contract, a year come the summer, this is the time now to get the most money we can possibly get for him. And if it means getting around 30 million for him, then yeah, so be it. So be it. What are people saying in the chat? Big up to everyone in the chat. I'll try and get through as many things as I can. Is the potential Solanke move true? No, it's not. Gallagher stays. End of. This should not even be a debate. No, I agree on that front. Yes, Wes, hope you're doing well, brother. No, mate, Gallagher's not that bad at all. Striker definitely paramount. Well, I don't agree with any of this. I think we have one coming in for the first team. Yeah, one, maybe two. Maybe two tops. I don't see an awful lot more than that coming through. We're not talking about building a midfield round Conor Gallagher. I'll get into that later on. Not fully sold on Poch. Could be an average manager. No, I don't think he's an average manager. But yeah, at the same time, look, I can understand why people might be slightly unsure on him. That's fair enough. Don't think a domestic loan will work for Andre Santos. Yeah, look, a European loan would have been better, but we've got no slots left. Yes, Nkunku 18, big up my guy. Maatsen and Borussia sell, but for the love of God, give Gallagher a new deal. I agree on that. True, that boy's not good enough for our first team, not at all. I agree on that. Yes, Happy New Year. The Girona striker, I spoke about this on the stream yesterday. He won't be going anywhere in January because he's already played for two teams and he can't play for three clubs in the same season, despite being able to register for three. He can only play for two, which means that a January move is not going to happen for him. No point second Poch. Agreed. We are not getting top players now. Truth is, we're just a mid. No, I think we are getting decent players. I think we will get some decent players. Yes, big up, Ishmael. Hope you're doing well, brother. No, Lautaro Martinez is very close to signing a new contract with Inter Milan, so he won't be going anywhere at this point. No, don't see anything in the Dybala rumours. Yes, big up, my brother. Happy New Year to you as well. Genuinely hope Gallagher stays, though, for real. Just waiting for the full click. I can feel it coming with Poch and Chelsea, although he's been a bit tactically all over the place, but wanting to succeed. Yeah, look, I'm not saying that he should be a starter. No, I'm by no means saying I'll build the midfield around Conor Gallagher or anything like that. What I'm saying is, given how he's played, given how important he's been this season, then he should be being rewarded with a new contract. Even if you want to sell him in the summer, whatever it is, at least get him tied down to a new deal so you protect his value. Because right now, if he doesn't sign a new deal and we don't sell him this window, you're going to go into a year left in the summer, and there's not gonna be much going on. So yeah, I'm just not buying into it. By the way, guys, keep running the likes up. Already at 24 likes on my channel. Let's get this to 50 likes as quickly as possible. We got over 100 likes yesterday. We're going to do the same again today. So keep smashing that like button, people. It is really, really important. Run the likes up over on Chelsea Fan TV as well. But yeah, let's get these likes up to 50 ASAP, people. We're on 25 at the moment. Come on, guys. It's free. It takes seconds. You don't have to donate via a super chat. You don't have to do anything, but don't sit and watch and not hit the like. Just ask you to hit the like button. So that'd be greatly appreciated. What striker are we most likely to get, in my opinion? Probably, look, for me, I'd say most likely is difficult. I think the club are probably more set on Osimhen, but I don't know how potentially likely that really is. It's a tough one at the moment. It is a tough one. Brian, big up for the super chat. Greatly appreciated, brother. I hope the rest of your working day goes well. But yeah. But yeah, anyway, back to the Maatsen thing. I just think, look, ultimately, I think he's perhaps been overrated slightly, in my opinion. I think a lot of people think he's better than he actually is. I'm not saying he's not a good player. He can certainly go and have a good career. He can certainly be a Premier League footballer, absolutely. But I think in terms of playing week in, week out for Chelsea, the ability is just, it's just not quite there. The ability is just not quite there for me. And if he can get sort of in and around this amount of money for him, then I think it's a very good deal, and I would absolutely take it. I would absolutely take it. I think it's clear he's going to leave this month. We need to raise a bit of funds. So yeah, I don't see it as a problem. There's been other reports in Germany saying obviously that Dortmund would prefer an initial loan move, and there's been a bit of a sticking point because Chelsea want to include an obligation in the deal, which would be around £26 million. I think this is it here. Dortmund are in negotiations with Chelsea for Maatsen. It's still pending over Chelsea's asking price and if it's a loan. Chelsea wants it with an obligation clause. The fixed price would be around 26 million. This is according to people over in Sky Germany, built the German sports publication, very reliable. Yeah, it's an interesting one. I mean, Maatsen's decent, but like decent's not cutting it. We need, like, for me, he's not good enough to play for Chelsea on a regular basis, and that might sound harsh, but that's just how I'm personally seeing it. What else have we got here? Gallagher is not a Chelsea starting 11 player, but at the moment he's the best midfielder we've got. No, I agree. Yeah, come on, people. You know, people know we're not gonna win the FA Cup. You don't want that on your conscience, losing to Preston because you didn't hit the like button. Could have been very easily avoided. So yeah, run those likes up, guys. We need those likes to increase over on both channels. Can we get Osimhen in January? I don't want to say no, like 100% no, but I'd say 99.9% no. I think the most likely situation is that we come to an agreement, and he, like within Kunku, where we agree a deal and then he comes in the summer. Look, Gorkrez is going to stay for at least the remainder of the season. He said that to Sporting. No, I don't think we got fleeced over Koulibaly. It just didn't work out. Yeah, bro, that always happens. You know, people know we've got money to spend, but then people don't want to give us much money for our players. And it's kind of just, yeah, it's just the way it goes, unfortunately. But yeah, in terms of Maatsen, look, a loan with an obligation would be good. I mean, depending on what the criteria are for the. I mean, if the obligation is there, then will there be any criteria to hit for the obligation to become active, or will it just be active anyway, regardless of what happens? Are they doing it this way round because Dortmund can't pay fully for him now, and their finances would suit them better paying in the summer. So yeah, look, for me, Maatsen won't be a miss. He's not played enough. I don't think he's good enough at the end of the day. Look, whether it's a permanent transfer now or whether we get the obligation to buy in there, I don't really care. I mean, to be honest, I think we would prefer to get the money now, because if it's an obligation, it doesn't really help with the books right now. I wouldn't have thought. I mean, I could be wrong, but I'm pretty certain it doesn't really help with the books now if it's a loan. Because I mean, I don't even know if Dortmund would pay all his wages. How much of the wages would they cover? Yeah, it's certainly an interesting one. But Maatsen to Dortmund seems to be advancing. It just depends on whether it's going to be an initial loan deal, or it's going to be or if it's going to be a permanent transfer. That is going to be interesting. It is going to be interesting to see what happens on that front, people. But yeah, I mean, look, Maatsen, I think we knew he was going to go. We've got Chilwell back in training. Cucurella should be fit soon. Gusto has played at left back as needed. Poch not rating him. Colwell is playing as well. Look, I mean, but Maatsen didn't want to go to Burnley in the summer because of how good his pre-season was, and he was getting a run in the side. I think he felt, you know what, I'll give it a shot, see if this materialises into any more first team opportunities. Obviously, it didn't. So yeah, look, he's kind of he's played sparingly for 6 months. If I had the option, would I sell Gallagher? No. Mbappe to Madrid, Osimhen to PSG. Look, there's the potential for that to happen. Absolutely. You know, there is, sure. There absolutely is a possibility of that happening. What else have we got going on here? Would I have, where is it? Would be good to have a buyback clause. He could be good in the future. Yeah, but I don't think a buyback clause is really necessary. Look, if you're that concerned, then maybe put in a sell-on clause so that you know you can at least make some money, get a percentage of the next sale. That could certainly be an option. That could certainly be an option. Yeah, also agree with that. Yeah, Burnley offered us £31 million package for him in the summer. The whole topic is a mess. Whoever wants to leave can do so quietly. Yeah, no, I'll never force players out the club. Absolutely not. I'm never going to call for players to be forced out or anything like that. I'm not about that. I'm not interested. Look, I think ultimately he's not good enough. That's fine. We move on, but I'm not going to be running agendas to get players out the club. That's not my style. Absolutely not. But yeah, look, for me, it's looking like this will be the case. Maatsen will move on this window. Borussia Dortmund are the most concrete at the moment. I don't know of any. I'm not sure if there's any Premier League suitors, but this is the one that seems to be gathering the most momentum. Is the move to Borussia Dortmund, which I think would be a good move for all round. You know, it's good. It's a good environment for a young player. The Bundesliga is a half decent league. He'll play in that left fullback position. Dortmund like playing attacking fullbacks. That's a given. And he'll play regular first team football. That will help him develop as a player. That will obviously help him in terms of trying to get into the Dutch team for the Euros in the summer and just in general moving forward. These things are all going to be helpful. They're all going to be helpful. 100% they are. How much is Maatsen worth? Well, not that he's not worth that much, really. I'll probably say in between 25 and 30 million pounds. I don't think there's a huge market for him. There'll certainly be suitors, but yeah, in terms of a price, the fact he's got 18 months left on his contract, you're not going to be able to get as much as you would have done if he had more years left on it. But look, it is what it is. And I think Dortmund would be good for Ian Maatsen's development. And do you know what? If he goes over there and does well, then fantastic. But ultimately, we shouldn't not sell players because we're worried they might do elsewhere. If they're not doing the business for Chelsea and they're going to do the business elsewhere, that's absolutely fine. I don't have any regrets about that because ultimately, if you're not doing a business for the club now, then, if you go and do the business elsewhere, then that's absolutely fine. I've got no issues with that whatsoever. No issues with that whatsoever. It'd be good for his development. I think the league will suit him. And yeah, just to go and play regular football. And when he does move on, then obviously I'll wish him all the best and stuff. But ultimately, he's just not quite good enough for Chelsea. And there's no shame in that. You can still go and have a very good career. You can still be a very good player. So yeah, I mean, brother, I don't know why you miss Mount because he's been poor for coming up to 2 years now. So yeah, we certainly don't miss him given the quality, given the caliber of players that we've signed instead. Your Cole Palmers, etc., players like that, Mudryks and whatnot. I certainly don't miss Mason Mount. At the time, I was against selling him, but look, with time past, I don't look at that as one we're going to regret at all. Yeah, look, Maatsen will be good. Maatsen, I think, will be good. No, potentially not, but that's something that can improve. He's still a young kid, so that is absolutely something that can 100% improve. Yes, big up, bro. No, it's all good, brother. It's all good. We're not at school. You're not going to get in trouble. Don't have to explain yourself, bro. Good to have you in the building, though. Good to have you in the building. What else is going on here? Is he only 19? He must be. He can't be just 19. Surely he's a bit younger than. He's a bit older than that. He must be a bit older than 19. Ian Maatsen he's 21 years old. Yeah, Maatsen's 21. So yeah, look, very young still. He's got plenty to offer, but he's just not going to be. He's just not going to be doing it at Chelsea for me. Ensuring Gallagher stays is better than any signing. I won't say it's better than any signing, but it's absolutely important. That chair needs pay. Yeah, bro. The chair is getting the chair will be getting a lot of use in the transfer window. A lot of hours will be spent in this chair, and obviously, hopefully bring in good news. By the way, guys, on my channel, 5 likes away from 50. Got 50 people in the building as well. Smash that like button, guys. And over on Chelsea Fan TV as well, people, keep running those likes up. Guys, if you're not subscribed to the channel, by the way, make sure you are. If you're not subscribed to Chelsea Fan TV on my channel, make sure you do. If you're not subscribed to my channel over on Chelsea Fan TV, then guys, what are you playing at? Subscribe for all the best Chelsea transfer news. Link is now in the chat. I'm 40 subscribers away from... no, I'm not. I'm 60 subscribers away from 7.5K. So if we can knock some of those off tonight, then that would be absolutely fantastic. So yeah, if you're not subscribed, guys, click the link in the chat. Subscribe to my channel. It would be greatly appreciated. Subscribe to Chelsea Fan TV as well. Support both channels. I'm over on both platforms doing stuff. So yeah, if you want to support both channels, that would be greatly appreciated. Treatment of Chalobah has been absolutely disgraceful. Yeah, I don't know what's going on there. I really don't know what is going on there. But yeah, it is a mad one, isn't it? It is an absolute mad one. I think in terms of I've read that. I think that's probably meaning in terms of like compared to previous windows, there's not going to be as much going on as previous times. Yes, I hope you're doing well. I don't know what the owners are thinking, wanting to sell Gallagher. I know it's got FFP, but yeah, sell bro, yeah. Absolutely. I absolutely agree. I don't disagree with any of that. Ultimately, I don't think it will come to that, but it's clear that they want to sell him. It's clear that they view him as a get out of jail FFP, sort of a FFP get out of jail card. It is what it is at the end of the day. There's not much we can do about it as fans. We just have to hope that the manager is pushing for him to stay. But anyway, let's move away from Ian Maatsen. It looks like a move to Dortmund is getting closer. Just all that needs to be sorted out is whether he is going to go on loan with an obligation or he's going to be sold permanently this window. But I think he will be on the move this month. He'll be on the move this month. Update on Diamonde from Sporting. Nope, there isn't one. There isn't one at all. Let's move away from the Ian Maatsen stuff then, guys. Let's move away from that. And let's talk about Conor Gallagher, because I think this is going to be a rumbling topic during this month. There's going to be a lot going on. Is that the one there? Yeah, this is the one. Mauricio Pochettino is waiting on the board's decision on Conor Gallagher. There have been pre-contract talks between Gallagher and Chelsea. There is nothing on the table yet in terms of a concrete offer, and the player is waiting for a better offer. I've said a lot about this before. I do not understand, even if you want to sell him, why you would not just give Conor Gallagher a new contract, even if it just means you preserve his value, you protect his value. Like, why would you just not do that? I just don't get it at all. It's clear that the manager is saying that, the manager's saying to the sporting directors, Gallagher's important part, we need to offer him a new contract and all that. And yet it seems that the directors have got a different idea. This recruitment process is meant to be a collaborative effort between sporting directors and owners. Everyone's input's got to be listened to. You don't have to be a genius to work out that Conor Gallagher has been massively important for this Chelsea side this season. He's clearly a favourite of the manager. The manager clearly rates him and he's an important part of his side. And yet we're potentially entertaining the idea of selling him. It doesn't make sense. This is not about whether you rate Conor Gallagher or not. This is about doing the right thing. It's not about whether Chelsea can go and sign better midfield players than Conor Gallagher, because yes, we absolutely can. Yes, they're absolutely better footballers than Gallagher. But I feel like every time you're moving on players from the academy, and particularly ones that have had an impact in the first team, you're selling off more of the soul of the club. You need players that understand what it means to play for the badge. You need players that understand the DNA of the club. You need players that understand the culture of the club. Gallagher ticks all those boxes. You don't want to be in a situation where you're left with no players in the squad that understand what it means to play for Chelsea. You don't want to be in that situation. You absolutely do not want to be in that situation. What else? Gallagher's very important. It's not. Look, this is such a stupid thing to say. As if basically what you're saying is that Gallagher's the reason we're 10th. It's just a stupid thing. You're just obviously not using your brain, and then throwing in the ridiculous standards argument. It's just a waste of time. Yeah, I mean, if you think Gallagher's the reason we're 10th, then that's a you problem. We've hit 50 likes now. Let's get to 100. Yeah, absolutely. I've hit 50 likes on my channel, so keep smashing those likes. I mean, how many likes have we on over on Chelsea Fan TV? I don't know how many we're on, but yeah, keep running those likes up, guys. It is greatly appreciated. Can we sell Gallagher, Poch and Jackson for Osimhen? I don't think that's possible. No, he is pushing for Gallagher to stay. He's mentioned it publicly. He's mentioned it when he's been speaking with the sporting directors, he said as such. So yeah, look, there's not much more that he can do. It's now he's said what he said. The club know his stance on it. The club know Gallagher's stance on that he wants to stay. It's now up to the club and Gallagher to sit down and try and sort out a new contract, which, by the way, should not be a difficult thing to do at all. It should be a very, very straightforward thing to do, and don't allow sort of any PR briefs to say that this might be difficult for us. It might be difficult negotiations, etc. No, it's not. Conor wants to stay. It's not a difficult thing to sort out. So don't kind of fall for the thing that if he does leave, it's because it was difficult in negotiations and all that sort of thing. That absolutely is not the case. Whatsoever. It's just not the case. So people need to chill on that one a little bit. But yeah, look, I think in terms of Gallagher, I would be. You can never say never with these owners, with these sporting directors, with this club. You can never say never. But I do feel that he won't go this month. But because if he does go, then it's a huge problem. You know, he's been the captain for what I would say is that, you know, these have wanted to sell Gallagher from when they got here. Why did they not just sell him in summer 2022 in the first window they were here? Why did they not just sell him then? You know, it wouldn't have been anywhere near as big of a problem because he wouldn't have played that much. You know, the football that he had played would have been a bit different. Would have been indifferent. You know, people wouldn't have been particularly rating him that much. And look, people can say what they want about Conor Gallagher, but the fact is that, you know, Graham Potter played him, Thomas Tuchel played him, Frank Lampard's played him, and now Mauricio Pochettino's playing him. You know, yeah. What else we got? Keep Poch on side. Yeah. Look, again, ultimately, I don't know how much of a problem this would cause between Poch and the hierarchy or whatever. You know, I think it would cause some issues. It could be the beginning of a deterioration with the relationship. You know, just think about it this way, right? What serious club even entertains the idea of selling a manager's best player halfway through the season? You know, when you look at it that way, it just seems absolutely ridiculous to be even entertaining that idea. It just seems ridiculous. I mean, what serious football club thinks it's a good idea partway through the season to sell their captain for 3/4 of the season, pretty much so far, to sell their captain and sell a managerial's favourite? So yeah, I don't get it. I don't get it at all. If you go from Twitter to another social platform, you notice a big difference in comments towards Gallagher. Yeah, no, brother, I hear it. I hear it. You know, obviously, I don't know who's behind the accounts, you know, but at the end of the day, like if someone's coming on air and giving an opinion I don't agree with, then I'll give it back. You know, if you dish it out, you've got to be able to take it. Yes, big up, Pezdon. I've always backed Man Bang Gallagher. I remember when he was getting slagged off from our fan base. Yeah, but there's still people that within the fan base that don't rate Gallagher. You don't have to rate him, but surely you could understand that he's been an important part of the team this season, and selling your best player partway through a season is not something that respectable clubs do, that big clubs do. They don't do that. They don't do that. And if it was imagine if it was Mourinho in charge now, and this was possibly going to be happening. He's walking. A Conte would just get up and leave as well. Yeah, absolutely. No, I'm not. No. Gallagher's been... Yeah, this season he's been our best player. I'd say along with Cole Palmer, Gallagher's been our best player. If Gallagher leaves, what's his replacement? Enzo and Caicedo? Well, yeah, Lavia obviously back on the treatment table again, which is not good. Yeah, we still got Fofana out injured as well. But look, there's not much more that can be done. But obviously, at the end of the day, even if a bid comes in for around that 45, 50 million pound mark, even if a bid were to get accepted, Gallagher doesn't want to leave the football club. So, you know, a bid being accepted doesn't really mean anything. You know, normally with transfers these days, it's about you speak to the player first, you ascertain whether they're keen on the move, and then you sort out obviously the fee and whatnot. So, you know, you don't go about agreeing a fee and then trying to work out if the player wants to come. You know, it doesn't quite work like that. In every conversation Mauricio Pochettino has with directors, he mentions Conor Gallagher is important for his team and this season especially. So yeah, look, I think this season especially is maybe, I don't know if is that too much to look into about maybe not. You know, maybe not. I don't know. It is a tricky one. It is a tricky one. But look, there's not much more Gallagher can do. There's not much more Pochettino can do. They've both publicly stated Poch publicly stated he wants Gallagher at the football club. He's an important part of the team. Gallagher has publicly said that he wants to stay at the football club. Now it's up to the owners. It's up to the ownership and Gallagher's representatives to sit down and sort a contract out. That really shouldn't be very difficult to do. It shouldn't be very difficult to do. What else have we got going on here? Lavia return is currently unknown. Yep. Yeah, look, I'm not saying that Gallagher should be a big part of Chelsea going forward or is good enough to be a big part of Chelsea going forward. What I am saying is it's not a good idea when we got injury problems in midfield to think about selling a midfield player in the middle of the season. That doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. Big up NS Sports TV for the donation. Greatly appreciated. Very kind. These days, if you rate an English player, you are seen as a racist. Yeah, it's a weird one, isn't it? It's amazing if he was called Conor Galladino or something, and he was doing the exact same thing, then the discourse around him is nowhere near, and pretty much most people are saying he should be offered a new deal. But because it's Conor Gallagher, he's English and he's from Cobham, you know, that's obviously seems to be a big issue for a lot of people. It does seem to be a big issue when it absolutely shouldn't be. You know, it's a strange one, isn't it? It really is a strange one. I don't get it. I don't get it at all. But yeah, rating English players is a weird one, isn't it? I don't know why it causes so much divided opinion. I don't understand it. But big up for the donation anyway. I hope you're well, bro. We should be talking about Gallagher as a squad player. Yeah, look, right now he's an important first-team player, but I fully accept that, realistically, he should be a squad player once people get up to speed. But, it's not Gallagher's fault that he's been playing better than Enzo and Caicedo this season. That's not his fault at all. If we do ship him off, we 100% need to replace him, so that's not ideal. Yeah, no, I fully agree on that. No, I think they've just learned from the fact that, offering Graham Potter a 5-year contract wasn't a very good idea. So, yeah, I think they learnt from that. And look, we'll reassess part way through and go from there. Yeah, guys, there's so many things coming through in the chat. I will try and read as many as I can. No one's saying it as a flex. No, it's that's just the reality of the situation right now. Yeah, as it should be. And I'm not saying it's everyone, but look, it's clear that with certain people, that is the case, which it shouldn't be. Yeah, look, Gallagher's got a purpose to serve in the squad, and right now he's got a purpose to serve within the team. That's absolutely the case. But yeah, look, this is going to be one that rumbles on all window. The longer he doesn't sign a new contract for, then the more and more the noise is going to ramp up. The more the noise will ramp up. So yeah, look. Look, this shouldn't even the fact that this is even a conversation, the fact that this is even something that may be happening is a big problem in itself. A big problem in itself. Because that shouldn't be happening, really. The idea of Conor Gallagher being sold, it just shouldn't happen. But yeah, Pot just done what he can. Gallagher has done what he can. It's now up to the club and Gallagher's representatives to sit down and get a deal agreed. Because right now, I don't think anyone's going to pay £50 million to Conor Gallagher. The fact they got offered £45 million in the summer, and that was turned down, and he's had the half of the season that he's had. That value must have at least gone up to £50 or £55 million. It simply has to have done. There's no way for me that it hasn't. There is no way for me that it hasn't. But it just doesn't set a very good precedent. Is what I'm thinking. Like what does that say for academy players coming through? That if you make it in the first team and you do really well, you're still going to be sold anyway because money talks. What does that mean? Like, I'm not saying that Reece James should think he's potentially in a bit of spot or bother, but what's to say that if we, looking to raise some money, what's to say that they wouldn't sell Reece James because he's an academy product? How can we trust at the moment what these directors are going to do? If this goes through, that massively drops the trust further in these sporting directors, in this project, and in this ownership. And what it would show is that whoever the manager is doesn't matter. It doesn't matter in this project because they're always a interchangeable piece. And ultimately, what the sporting directors decide is going to happen. It doesn't really seem to be much of a collaborative process. If Gallagher does end up leaving, but as I said, he's done all he can. Pot just said all he can on the situation. Now we just have to sit and see. We have to wait and see what's going to happen. Gallagher has also been our best midfielder this season. Says a lot about him. Gallagher isn't the most talented. Look, I think what does make up for the lack of talent is his work rate. And given basically his work rate. If you work hard and you give your all for the team on the pitch, that for me that makes up for any deficiencies in talent. No, of course they don't. No, not like Reece James has won a Champions League with us. Not like Mason Mount won a Champions League with us. Yeah, obviously they don't help at all. Reece James, they'll sell in the summer. See that one coming? Maybe. Yeah, look, Enzo and Caicedo need to do more. They absolutely do need to do more. I think that's clear. By the way, guys, 3 likes from 60 likes on my channel. Come on, guys. Let's smash the like button. Run those likes up. It's free. It takes seconds to do. So let's try and get this as close to 100 likes again as we possibly can. And I slightly miscalculated. I wasn't 60 subs away. I'm 40 subs away from 7.5K. So we can chalk off as many of those subscribers as we can. And if I hit 8,000 by the end of the transfer window, which is another 540, then I will do a giveaway at the end of the window for everyone. So guys, make sure you hit the link in the chat, subscribe to my channel, subscribe to Chelsea Fan TV. If we hit 8K, guys, then before the window shut, there will be a giveaway. So yeah, if you want to win your chance of winning a Chelsea shirt or something like that, then please do subscribe to my channel. I've just put the link in the chat. But if I can get as close to 7.5K as I can tonight, that's 40 subscribers, and that would be greatly appreciated. There are 164 in the building across both channels. Let's get some more subscribers, guys. If you could help me out, I would be forever grateful. So let's please get that done. What else is going on here? To me, it just seems disingenuous to say the only reason the new expensive signs are being outperformed by ex-players because of the manager. Yeah, look, I absolutely agree on that front. It's not just down to the manager. That I think that's unfair. I absolutely think that's unfair. Look, in terms of Enzo, I think it can be partly attributed to the manager. Maybe he's not playing him in a role that suits him best. But ultimately, once the player's on the pitch, it's down to them to perform. The manager can't make them perform. Do you think Casadei and Andre Santos will play a big role next season? Sitting here right now, obviously a lot can change. But if you're asking me this question right now, which you are, I would say no. I would say no. I don't think they will have a big part to play next season, which does seem like a shame to say that. Let's face it, the players going for the premium prices, the ones really worth it will perform regardless. Yep. Yeah, yes. You man know what to do. You man are helping me out. There should be no excuses not to be smashing those likes. No excuses. Yes, appreciate you, Abdul. Greatly appreciated, brother. Glad that you have subscribed. It means a lot. Thank you. There's so much coming through. Yeah, of course. Enzo needs to play in more of a deep-lying role. Needs to play... Bro, I know absolutely nothing about him. All I know is that he's a teenager from Senegal. Other than that, I've never heard of him before. He could be one of those that never kicks a ball for Chelsea in terms of the first team. It could be one that just comes in for profit. I've got no idea, but I don't know anything. I don't know anything about him. Absolutely nothing about him. I don't think any Chelsea fans really know anything about him. So, yeah, let's wait and see. But yeah, that is the latest on the Conor Gallagher stuff. Let's see how it pans out. But yeah, in a time where faith and trust in the ownership and the directors is low amongst a lot of the fan base, if they do this, then it will plummet even lower. It's really not a very good idea at all. It really isn't a good idea. So let's hope that that doesn't happen. Let's hope sense is seen, and we get Conor Gallagher signed down to a new deal. Who should be the best centre-back target for Chelsea in January? Well, look, Todibo potentially. Look, Diamonde's been linked. I don't know. Look, a centre-back's not top of the priority list in January. If one can be done, sure. Let's see. But look, I don't think it's a priority. Look, we are looking, of course, but certainly for me, centre-back is not a priority. Look, Todibo would be one that could be attainable. But again, look, it depends what sort of centre-back we're looking for. Sticking with midfield, people, whilst we're on it, let's talk about Andre Santos then. I mentioned it at the start of the show. That obviously Andre Santos is set to return to Chelsea this week. Obviously, change of manager at Forest is not really going to be a change in situation for Santos. Palace and a host of championship clubs are interested. Chelsea will not rush his next loan move. Rightfully so, because obviously it's clear that this Forest one was completely the wrong move. Obviously, due diligence was not done, whether it was Forest lying to us, whether it was us not, exploring the deal enough. I don't know what it is, but we absolutely have to make sure that the next loan move is right. And it will be a Premier League loan or a Championship loan, because all our international loan slots are taken up. That's the situation. So it will have to be a domestic loan. Let's see what happens with him. Look, people are saying, maybe he should get a chance at Chelsea for the second half of the season. The guy's has played less than half an hour, I think, of Premier League football. If you can't get in the Forest side, with the greatest of respects, you shouldn't be getting minutes for Chelsea. Not right now. He needs to go and play. He needs to go and play regularly, develop his game, and then come back and let's see how you do. Let's see what the situation is. Because right now, people, it's not happening, is it? It's not happening for Santos. Needs to go and play. No one really knows how good he is. Yes, he's done well. In the pre-season, obviously he's done well out in Brazil. He's done well for the Brazilian age group sides and whatnot. Look, he needs to go and play regular football, and he needs to go to a team where he's going to play every week, regardless of whether that team's any good or not. Go and play regular first team football where you're going to play more weeks than not. Him not getting into the Forest side is not an issue of abilities. No, I don't think so. I wouldn't have thought so. But obviously, no one really knows. But I think part of the reason why he's not played is that Forest want to develop players that are actually theirs over developing players for someone else. In that case, I don't know really why they should. I don't know why they signed him in the first place, to be perfectly honest. Look, we could do that, but I don't think that's not as good for his development as going to play regular first team football. But, it's tricky. You need to get it right. Look, Casadei has gone to Leicester on loan. He started well. He's been in and out of the team. It's hard. It is hard to get loan moves right. It is hard to get loan moves right. But look, if Crystal Palace were interested, given how they treated Conor Gallagher, how successful that loan spell was, given how successful Ruben Loftus-Cheek's loan spell was there at Crystal Palace, I would have, as long as he's going to play, I would have I'd have no issues at all in sending Andre Santos to Crystal Palace. We've got a good relationship with Crystal Palace, despite the Elise debacle in the summer. We've sent them players on loan before, so I don't see that. I don't see that being an issue. And I think it would do well. I think it would be a good move. No, I don't know. I don't know. I mean, we never really found out what the true reasons were for that deal falling through. We never did really find out why. Look, we could well have fallen out with Palace a little bit over the Elise thing, but I don't think we're going to be holding grudges, or we certainly shouldn't be holding grudges. You just get on with it, don't you? You just get on with it. Simple as that. And if Palace want Andre Santos, I don't know what their midfield situation is like, particularly in terms of injuries, whether they got players going off to AFCON and all that. Let's wait and see. Championship loan for sure is definitely a possibility, but it needs to be a top end Championship loan. In my opinion, that would be best. No, we won't get Watkins. Chelsea have looked at Watkins before, but he signed a new deal now. I think Tony would be a fantastic signing for us. But again, both of those deals are going to be very hard to do in January. Yes, big up, Aki. Happy New Year, brother, to you as well. Could be you, Santos. Look, I personally think not for the second half of the season, but let's wait and see. Let's kind of wait and see what happens. But I would have thought not, personally. I think he's just not developed enough. I mean, I've not really seen anything. I think he's done reasonably well, but I don't know how often he's playing at the moment. Poch played Chilwell left wing, kept Sanchez in goal, and Petrovic is better than him. Look, the Chilwell left wing thing I can agree with. Sanchez has not been horrendous in goal. Look, I think now Petrovic has had a run. There's a decision to be made there. Disasi played at fullback because we had to play him at fullback in certain games. Colwell at fullback, yes, I can agree with to a certain extent. But look, you don't have look. It's obvious. Like if you can't see what Conor Gallagher offers this team, then that's a problem for you, mate. Because I think even if you don't like Conor Gallagher, people can still see his skill set and what he brings to the team. By the way, guys, I'm 8 likes away from 70 likes on my channel. So please do keep smashing that like button. Keep smashing the likes on both channels, guys. It is greatly appreciated. Let's try and get this to 70 likes on my channel. That requires 8 more likes. There's definitely 8 of you in here that haven't smashed the like button. So please do that. It would be greatly appreciated. And of course, subscribe if you are new round here. There will be a giveaway at 8,000 subscribers, providing we hit that before the end of the January transfer window. I will once again put the link in the chat, guys. Those of you over at Chelsea Fan TV, if you're not subscribed to myself, then please do that. It would be greatly appreciated. And guys, if you're watching on my channel, you're not subscribed to Chelsea Fan TV, make sure you subscribe to Chelsea Fan TV, the biggest Chelsea fan channel on YouTube. So make sure you are doing that, guys. 2 very simple tasks for you to do. Please do that. Don't let me down, people. If you help me, then there'll be something in it for you in the form of a giveaway. So let's get these subscribers up, people. Let's get them up. What else have we got going on here? But yeah, look, Andre Santos, Crystal Palace, I'd have no issues, but it's important we don't rush it, and it's important that we obviously take the time to make the right decision. He goes somewhere which is going to be a good level of football, and ideally in a team that's not potentially struggling every week. That would be preferable. And then, yeah, we just see how he develops. I still think that even if he goes on loan for the second half of the season, I still think he'll need to go on loan again next season, because it would have literally only been half a season on loan. And I just don't really think, I don't look at that as enough. I think for me personally, he'd need to go out on loan again next season and go and get him a European loan. Go and get him playing in the Portuguese league or the French league or whatever it happens to be. We do need to go and get him a loan at a decent level of football next season. So I don't believe he's ready yet. He's still very young, but I don't think he's ready. Yes, he looks okay in pre-season, but for me right now, he's not ready to have an impact at Chelsea. That's my opinion. If people disagree, then that's fine, no worries. But that's my opinion on the matter. Yeah, I would imagine so. Look, if we don't get Osimhen or Tony, I don't envisage us signing. It's very, very hard to sign a striker on loan in January and one that's going to make a difference like we need them to. So look, if we can't get our number one targets, whether it's Osimhen, whether it's Tony, if we can't do those deals in January, then we just stick with what we've got, or we explore potentially whether we can find someone on loan. But just look at what Man United have done. It's hard, when they bought in a Gale, they bought in Wout Weghorst and things like that. We don't want players like that. We need players that can come in and make an impact. We're not just looking for a body up front. We're looking for someone that can make an impact. And look, if it means signing Osimhen on a pre-agreement, and then he comes in the summer, I'm happy to stick with Nkunku, Broja, and Jackson. I know it's not ideal, but I think we can qualify for European football with that. And if it means, if it means a pre-agreement with Osimhen, but we don't sign anyone attacking wise in this window, then I don't think that's a bad trade-off. I don't think that's a bad trade-off. But hey, what do I know? What do I know, eh? Let's wait and see, guys. Let's wait and see. What Conor lacks is football intelligence. The heat maps. Luton v Chelsea was consistently at the right wing. I get the heat map on the Luton game. Obviously Caicedo was left fending for himself quite a lot in the midfield. Maybe positional sense for Conor, particularly in that game, could certainly improve, not leaving Caicedo to hold the fort for himself. Someone like Union Berlin or Braga, yeah, potentially. I think we could have sent him to Porto in the summer, but we didn't. I think we should go for Chiesa. No, I don't think we need. I disagree on that front. But yeah, look, Santos. Let's just make the right decision. Let's just make the right decision. That's the most important thing, is making the right decision, guys, on Andre Santos. Let's talk. We've done Maatsen. Let's talk strikers then. Let's talk strikers, because everyone's got something to say about centre forwards, haven't they? Everyone does. Everyone does. Let's have a look. Where am I going to bring this up? Yeah, so Chelsea, I've been monitoring, this is according to Sky Sports News, that Chelsea are understood to have watched players like Serhou Guirassy, who's having a very good first half of the season at Stuttgart. It's got a cheap release clause, scored 17 Bundesliga goals. Only Harry Kane scored more. Santiago Jimenez at Feyenoord is doing reasonably well. Benjamin Sesko at Leipzig, who's actually not playing that much at Leipzig, despite his ability. Luis Openda, the French forward, is getting more of a run than him. Ivan Toney and Victor Osimhen are deemed as difficult to obtain in January. And I think this is part of the problem when... I think Solanke is not going to happen. Victor Boniface does look good, but again, he's had half a season in the Bundesliga. He was playing in Belgium last season. I'm not saying that means he's shit or anything, but I don't think he's ready. I don't think he's ready for the step up. Right? Yeah. Guirassy is like a £15 million release clause. That's not expensive. That's not expensive. But I don't think we want to sign. I don't think we want to sign someone for 15 million, because then what, you have Jackson, Guirassy, and then you sign what, an Osimhen or a Toney? Do we need 3 out-and-out centre forwards? I think you need 2 out-and-out centre forwards, and then a third option who can play as a centre forward. Boniface, look, I like Victor Boniface. He's doing well, but again, we don't need another one of these developmental strikers. We do not need another one of these guys. We've already got Jackson. Dovbik's can't go anywhere in January because he's already played for 2 teams this season. You can't play for 3, despite the fact that you can obviously register for 3 sides. You can't play. Boniface also going to AFCON. Yeah, Nigeria have got mad centre forward options. Might be a mad shot. Look, I'm a big fan of Jarrod Bowen, but as a centre forward, no. I know he's played a bit there for West Ham, but yeah, as a centre forward, that's not really. It's not really cutting the mustard. If we're being perfectly honest, it's not really doing it. That's the reality of the situation, guys. I'm 3 likes away from 70 likes on my channel. Come on, people, smash the like button, run the likes up over on Chelsea Fan TV. As well. How many viewers have we got locked in there? We've got 90 locked in on Chelsea Fan TV. We should be getting decent likes. How many? We're at 105. Good stuff. We're over 100 likes on Chelsea Fan TV, so keep smashing that like button. Guys, on my channel, we're slacking. We are slacking on my channel. So let's run them up. We need to get to at least 70. There's 2 more likes to 70. Get it done. I wouldn't... look, someone that's played half a season in the Bundesliga is not the finished article. He's got a lot more developing to do. Boniface is by no means the finished article. Broja needs to go. Broja needs to go. I'd have Boniface over Guirassy, but I'm not having Boniface over Toney. Look, I think we'll try to. I think we will absolutely try to. I just don't know how possible it is. It's going to be. Well, at the end of the season, it'll have to come. No, loan's not been terminated. It could be it could be this window. I don't know. It could be this window, maybe. But look, I think he'll stay for the season. Ultimately, for me, I don't deem Datro Fofana good enough for Chelsea. That's my thoughts. That's my thoughts on the situation. What else have we got going on? Wait for Osimhen, fair. Look, Gorka, again, this is someone that was playing in the Championship last season, had a very good season. He's had a good half a season in Sporting Lisbon. He absolutely is not the best striker in Europe right now. Does Harry Kane play rugby or something, or cricket or whatever? Or is Lautaro Martinez playing? Is he a boxer? I mean, Gyökeres is not the best striker in Europe right now. Yes. Run him up. We are 1 like away from 70 on my channel. We could hit 100. We could hit 100 today, but we need to get a move on. I agree on that, because we need players right now that are going to make a difference right now. No more developmental signings when it comes to the first team. We need to improve the first team right now. And that means getting players of quality and that are proven, and players that are pretty much finished article players, not players that have got ability, are doing well right now, but we need to see more from them. We need players that are finished article players. I don't understand why that's so hard for people to ascertain, why it's seemingly so hard for the club to ascertain. We need to get finished article players. It's very, very simple. I know they're hard to find, but the brief is simple. Boniface all-round game is better than Tony. I haven't watched enough of Boniface to know that. They're not going to buy Fofana. They definitely won't. He started the loan reasonably well, but yeah, it hasn't gone that well for him. If we're being brutally honest, it's not gone that well. Yeah, where's Lucas Piazon when you need him? Yeah, where is he? God, there's so much stuff coming in. Yeah, no. Look, Sesko's not the answer either. Yes, he's talented. Kolo Muani only just went to PSG in the summer. They are not looking to get rid of him. So yeah, look, yes, there's a lot of talented strikers around, but in terms of strikers that are going to make a difference, come in and make the impact that we need them to make, there's a very short list, and they're going to be very, very hard to get deals done in January. Plus, in January, unfortunately, you will pay a January premium. You will pay more than it would cost in the summer. I mean, obviously, for Osimhen, it will be slightly different because it's a release clause deal, so it will be the same whether it's the summer or whether it's January. But you're more likely to pay a premium in January because teams don't want to lose their best players in the middle of the season, and that's why the January window is so difficult to do business in. It's so difficult to do business in. No, he's not coming. He's not coming. What else we got going on here? Yeah, that's not going to happen. But look, Osimhen, the release clause is believed to be 130 million euros, so it's about 115 million pounds, I think, roughly, or maybe a little bit more. It's a lot of money. It is a lot of money, but ultimately, if you want top strikers, unfortunately, you're going to have to pay in the region of 100 million or over. That right now is what the market's like. That is the going rate. Yeah, it's crazy. It is a crazy one. Like, that's just it now. Remember when 50 million pounds was massive when we signed Torres for 50 million? That was like some sort of record about just over 10 years ago. Now, 50 million is not getting much. Yes, around 112 million. So yeah, look, let's see. I personally think that we might agree. We could well agree a deal for a striker this month, but they won't come until the summer. I would be very surprised if we actually signed a top level forward to come this month. I would be. I'd be very, very surprised. Very, very surprised. Guys, 9 likes away from 80. There's 50 in the building on my channel. It's free. We're in this together, people. I don't ask for money or anything like that. If people are kind enough to donate on the super chat function, it is greatly appreciated. But I don't ask for money. All I ask for is to smash the like button because it's free and that's the quickest and easiest way to support the channel. So please do smash the likes on the show. 9 likes to 80. We can hit 80 likes by the end of the show. It would be absolutely fantastic. They don't want proven players. The focus is on getting young ones and grooming them to raise their market value. I don't think we consider trophies important. I don't believe in that. Where's Diego? What, Costa? Fuck those. Diego Moreira, he signed from Benfica for a free. I think he was on loan. He's on loan at Lyon, but he's barely playing. Yeah, that'll sort it. Yes, guys. Yeah, as Stuart's saying, come on, people. It's not a hard thing to do. It is not a hard thing to do. 8 likes to 80. Come on, guys. Don't let me down here. Because Nkunku's not a centre forward. Nkunku's best position is not a number 9. Absolutely not a number 9. So yeah. That's why we need a striker. And Nkunku's not a 9. His best position is playing off the striker. His best position is a number 10. Look, to be honest, I honestly think, look, if we'd beaten Wolves, we'd be 7th in the table, like 4 points off 6th. Like, it is close. And I'll be brutally honest, guys. I think we could be top. If we had an elite level striker all season, like an Ivan Toney, for example, or we had an Osimhen from the start of the season, we would be knocking on the door of the top 4. We would be knocking on the door of the top 4 if we had an elite forward for the whole season. I fully believe that. When you see the chances that we've missed in games, like some of those draws could have turned into wins quite easily with an elite level striker, and some of those losses could have turned into draws by having those elite level centre forwards, but we don't. So yeah, it's an interesting one. But yeah, no, we should have beaten Wolves. We should have beaten Arsenal. There's a lot of should-haves in there. Ultimately, football's not done on should-haves, but it's fine margins. And I think an elite level striker, with the amount of chances we're creating at this point in time, will make a massive, massive difference to this team. It will make a huge difference to this team. The City aren't going to give us Alvarez at all. I don't know why people are saying that. The City will absolutely not give us Alvarez. Guys, we've got to think realistically here. We have to think realistically. I think, look, striker's the hardest position on the pitch to sign. Someone that is going to score regular goals. That's going to be really, really tricky. Really tricky. It's hard to find. Really, really hard to find. I don't know. I don't know who we're going to find. Toney and Osimhen are going to be very, very difficult, and signing someone on loan is going to be very difficult as well. For me, I think the best case scenario that we can hope for, guys, is that we agree a deal to bring a striker in now for the summer. That for me. Yeah, no, Nkunku's never been a centre forward. He's been someone that can play as a forward, but he normally plays as a second striker slash number 10. So yeah, that is where we are at, guys. But the striker thing's going to be very interesting. Look, if we can get an opportunistic move done for a centre back, then I think we will look to do it. So yeah, I think we will do it, but it's gonna be tricky, guys. It's gonna be tricky. Yeah, no, look, for sure, I get it, and this is why this window is so important, because the directors have lost a lot of trust from the fan base. We're told that we're 2 windows into a 4-window plan. So yeah, it's an interesting one. It's a very, very strange one. A very strange one. I personally don't get it. But yeah, look, over these next 2 windows, experience must be added. Must be added. Sorry, not added. Must be added. Let's hope we do add it. Let's hope we do add it. It's not asking much. It really isn't asking much. In terms of Lavia, any updates on Lavia? No. there are no updates on Lavia, which is a little bit concerning. That, for me, suggests that perhaps it's not the best news. I mean, I could just be, I'm not saying I'm making it up, but, it might be tricky with Lavia. And I think that's maybe a thing on Andre Santos, is that if the Lavia news is not good news and he might be out for a while, then there's a possibility. Maybe, I get the trail of thought that he could potentially stay as a body at Chelsea to the end of the season because of Lavia and Ugochukwu's injury issues. But at the same time, though, is it really best served for him to be picking up a few minutes here and there when he really needs to be going and playing regular first-team football? It's a tricky one. Guys, 3 likes away from 80 on my channel, 56 in the building. Keep smashing the like button. It is free and it takes seconds, so please do that. How about a left back so Colwell doesn't have to play out of position? Yeah, again, look, Chilwell's back in training now, so he should be back. I don't know when. Maybe at some point later on this month. I don't know. I don't know for certain when he's going to be back, but yeah, look, possibly we might get a left back. I'd be happy only paying our money on Osimhen and waiting till the summer for other positions. Fair. Love how people put all this shit on Todd when it's... Yeah, look, Todd Bowley's just the face of the consortium. The guy, Bowley's taken a step back from footballing operations. Like, the guys that the sporting directors are doing it, and then it's obviously Egbali and Feliciano that have got that make the big decisions. They've got a lot more power in this club than Todd does. Bowley's just the face of the consortium. But Bowley, in terms of actually making decisions in the football club and the footballing side of things, he's taken a big step back. Bro, I hope that's not the case. I really hope that's not the case. Michael, I will put my link to my channel in the chat now. So then you can just click on the link. It will take you there and you can subscribe, which would be greatly appreciated. Link to my channel is in the chat now, brother. So yeah, you can just click on that and it will take you there. And likewise, guys, if anyone else has not subscribed to my channel that's watching over on Chelsea Fan TV, please do subscribe. Guys, if we get to 8K by the end of the transfer window, then I will give away a shirt. We are on, at the moment, we are on 7,463. So we are, just over 500 away. I mean, if we can hit 500, 7,500 tonight, that's 73, 83, 93, that's 27 more subscribers. That would be greatly appreciated if we could get to 7.5. That's 20, 74, 84, 94. That is 36 more subscribers required. Guys, we can knock as many of those off and get 7,500. That would be fantastic. Thank you, brother. Appreciated. No, I don't agree with that. This is where we go raid Brighton again. Yeah, maybe. What Eggplant knows about football, he can fit on the back of his... Fair. No, I appreciate you, brother. Appreciate it. Watch you after most games, usually there after the home games. Oh, fair enough, mate. Come say hi. I might have seen you. Might have seen you there. Might have spoken to you. Yeah, that could well have happened. I don't know for certain though. Balde of Barcelona for left back. They're not going to sell him. They're not going to sell him. He's an important player. But yeah, look, guys. Let's see. Let's see what happens here because look, we're only 2 days into the window. We're being linked with a lot of names at the moment. As you would expect. As you would expect. Look, you have to take some of the links with a pinch of salt. We are going to be linked with a lot of players because it's Chelsea, and we need to buy some players. But whenever you see stories coming out, always have a look how they are, if there's any similarities between those stories and ones coming from the reputable sources. If there's not, then what people tend to do is have an element of truth in the story, and then they sort of run away with the truth a little bit, if that makes sense. So let's not take every rumour seriously this month. We're going to be linked with a lot of players. Probably only 3 tops will actually come through the door. It's going to be interesting who they are. It's more about who they're going to be. They need to be quality players. Simple as that. Guys, 8 likes from 90. Going to round this one out in a sec. Let's see if we can get to 90 before the stream is done. Yeah, no, bro, I would love to do that, but yeah, I'll have to see if I can get in touch and arrange it. I've contacted him before, but I didn't hear back. So yeah, I will try again. There will be collabs coming through the window for sure. Yeah, no, we get linked to a lot of French players. What I would say, the success rate from the Premier League, from the French league to the Premier League, is big. You know, it is a decent, it's a decent hit rate. It absolutely is a decent hit rate. So, yeah, I mean, let's wait and see, guys. Let's wait and see on that front. But, guys, on that note, I think I'm going to round this one out. We've got through a lot today. Big up to everyone that's tuned in over on Chelsea Fan TV. Big up to yourselves. Smash the likes on the way out. As always, please do that. Guys, on my channel, thanks for all the support. I'm going to put the link to my channel in the chat again. Smash the likes on your way out. Let's get this to 90 likes on the way out if you can on my channel, guys. We're on 83 at the moment. Let's get another 7 likes up to 90. Please subscribe to my channel on the way out, guys. The link's in the chat again. Trying to get to 7,500 as quickly as possible. And if we hit 8,000 before the end of the transfer window, or by the end of the transfer window, I'll give away a shirt. So make sure you are hitting that subscribe button, guys. It will be greatly appreciated. The link is in the chat. Big up to everyone that's tuned in on both channels tonight. Enjoy the rest of your evening. I'll be back tomorrow. Let's see what news we've got is in store for us tomorrow. Subscribe, smash the likes, enjoy the rest of your evening. Love for the support. Up the Chelsea, and peace out, people.